A query can return a lot of data, and when you need to filter or narrow down your query results, you can use selection criteria. Here's an example, a query that returns asset data, supplier names, condition, and so on. So let's say I want to find just the assets in good condition. First, I'll make sure the value I want to use, good, is in the data, and then I'll note the name of the field, condition. Then I'll switch the query to Design View, locate the condition field, and do you see the criteria row here? I'll enter good, the value in my data, and when I click away, you can see Access surrounds the criteria with quotes. Quotes are important, and I'll explain when and how to use them as I go. For now, I'll run the query, and it returns just the data that meet my criteria, assets in good condition. And those are the basics. Find the value you want to filter on, go to Design View, and enter your criteria in the criteria row. At this point, it can help to know some rules and practices that can save you some trouble. First, make sure your criteria value exists in your data. If it doesn't, you won't get any results. Next, you need to know the data type of the field you're filtering. That's important because data types control how you enter your criteria. For example, when you filter a date-time field, you surround your criteria with pound signs like this. When you add criteria to a number or currency field, you don't use quotes around your values. Also, if your criteria don't match the data type, such as a text value in a date-time field, you get an error message. If you don't know a data type, open the query's data source, the table, click the field, then the Fields tab. The data type list shows you the data type set for the field. So now let's look at some more rules that can save you some time. If your text criteria has a space between multiple words, surround the criteria with quotes. Access won't do that for you. When you enter criteria for a date-time field, you surround your value with pound signs like so. Also, remember this type of criteria won't search for part of a date like this. You have to enter the entire value, day, month, and year. Now let's say you need to filter a yes/no field. To find all the yes values, enter a 1, and to find all the no values, enter a 0. Access gives you more criteria than just those, but 1 and 0 work for all types of databases, MDBs, ActDBs, and Access apps. And finally, when you enter criteria for a currency field, you just enter numbers, no currency symbols needed. Up next, we'll look at how to use and/or logic with multiple criteria.